Coming up, a commit me walkout. Who is breaking contract and bailing from the experiment?
I do not see a future here with this person at all.
You'll find out in this episode of Rehashed.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, and I have never been more committed to you, even if there are a small select few of you who get very mad when a participant brings some politics to the show and I talk about it. How very dare I share my opinions on my own channel. Reminder, if you don't like what I say here, there are at least 10 other MAFS commentators, so take your pick. But you know what? You and I can work it out, just with the experts on the Commit Me couch, but you must stay. And I do hope a bunch of these love-lubby rats get the hell out of here, because I only want real trash mess and drama couples at the retreat, which is just around the corner. Let's do our whip around of the LLRM, and Stillip is so connected she barely needs to touch him to make this man blow a wad.
I sneeze or an orgasm? What's happening?
Oh, what a question. I guess you'll find out when you figure out which part of him ends up the most wet. Sorry. They're still going strong, which is great, but it worries me because all I do is wait for the other shoe to drop on this show. MAGA man and his fence-sitting bride are growing together. Apparently, that's what we're told. He's having his first ever coffee, methinks. He does say that the coffee is all right and he's drinking it. So, sweet baby angel, maybe all he needed was some caffeine to not be a shitty human. This could change everything in the science. I have a really good feeling about it, experts. The rah-ha-ha-ha and float your boat propaganda is still being thrust upon us, way harder than Steve will ever thrust upon Rachel. I feel there is a lot missing from this relationship that we're just not seeing. And I love when we cross to baggage and the Danaconda. Beck is talking about how she feels so sorry for Joel at the dinner party, and Danny just goes, yeah. He's sitting there thinking, do you feel sorry for me? I have to live with you. The star of the show, show us your star, Joel, is a tad broken this morning after the din-dins because Juliette did her very best gaslighting in the last episode. Imagine if she writes stay. I mean, don't. Don't. Also, Joel needs to leave. I don't think if someone speaks to you like that, then you can have any sort of comeback from it. Juliette is still ranting about how he gaslit her and how she is disgusted in him.
Gonna get crazy bitch when you're giving me crazy bitch.
And that would be fine. If he was the crazy one in this situation, hun. Also, I think all someone needs to do is breathe wrong around you and you would feel entitled to snap your biscuit. Just like a Scotch finger, it's a tale of two sides with Juliette, and boy, does she crack down the center. Which side are you gonna get? Should I do maxi bond? Because I feel like maxi bonds, they just don't snap. You know, I picked a Scotch finger for snapping. Also, now I'm questioning the Scotch finger reference because is a Scotch finger anywhere else in the world but Australia? Comment below. She thinks that her anger has been fair and Juliette wants the experts to come for him because he is just a scared little boy who needs his teddy. She also says that he wasn't actually serving star of the show.
He was giving meanie poop.
What? Mini poop? What's a mini poop? Like a tiny poop? He was acting like a tiny little poop, a tiny shit. Hey, you know how I had a really good feeling about Steph and Tai just earlier? Well, now she's ranting about him being too rigid. And I'm like, Tyson, it sounds like you just don't really understand him. Rigid? I don't know. It just doesn't sound like him at all. I don't even know if Tyson realizes how much she rolls her eyes while he is speaking. Tyson says that he is all ears for Long John the expert because Mel is, Mel, and Rampola is a sexologist. So what are those two females doing yapping their dirty traps? You know what? I think his three experts might be Long John, Andrew Tate, and Rogan. Exclusive P's and no V's. Oops, I spy a sliding barn door, which can only mean one thing. Commit me to the couch, baby. The way that Raha looks at Float Your Boat, I can't. He is more excited to see the experts to show that he's been a good boy this week than the woman that's next to him. Anyway, I digress. Commit me. Still up on the couch and they bring up the L word. Apparently, Stella says, my belief system is that Philip will say L-O-V-E first. And what a time to lean into your culture and say, in my culture, I won't be dropping it first. Yeah, no, it's actually really a part of our culture. Yeah. You should drink this particular shot at the wedding and you say, I love you first. Okay. Philip is being very pragmatic about as to why he hasn't said it yet, and I get it. Why would you say it on this show? Who can tell what is real with the science when the experiment is in play? We're still waiting on the results. It's a double stay. Shocker. I'm also shocked that Juliette and the teddy-hugging Joel Mio are next on the couch. I thought that they would be left till right at the end. Look at this body language. Everyone is just open for feedback. The whole star sitch comes up and he makes it clear that he did not say that. She butts in and she says that he is trying to make it out that she's a liar. 'Cause you are. You know what he said. You repeated it back to him just after he said it. She quadruples down and this is the hill that Juliette will die on. Devil eyes gets brought up and she says, yeah, I feel like they're devil eyes. It's too funny to me how hard people project their own shit onto others on this show. It's actually incredible for it. She isn't apologetic about anything, really. Julia just keeps acting as if everything she has done has been on the up and up. Joel says that he has not said one mean thing to her, and she does not deny it, but demands an apology from him anyway. She wants accountability because Joel thinks that he hasn't done anything wrong. Because he didn't say the staff thing. Maybe you could just, you guys have the vision, just show her, put her out of her misery now. And she also claims that he went on a smear campaign, but he didn't. She doesn't know any of the things from the smear campaign, but she knows it happened. You know what I mean? I don't have any of the details, but it definitely happened, right?
You said you are the star.
Oh, mate. She won't take any ownership over anything she has done. She just pulls it back to the one thing that didn't happen. They go back and forth and it gets super childish where they're like, yes, I did. No, I didn't. Now, this is very children in the playground vibe. Long John calls her behaviour mean, cruel, and ugly. And with her face, you can tell that she isn't swallowing what is being given to her. John also confirms that they watched the whole dinner party and didn't witness Joel shit-canning her at all. In this moment, it almost feels like a dad's "I'm disappointed in you" speech. And she still sinks further into her chair. After being called out, Juliette says, yeah, I was unkind last night. Okay. Well, we're putting it mildly, aren't we? But she says that she was angry. And because she was angry, that's okay. In the heat of the moment, you're allowed to say despicable things because you're mad and you're angry. And she only ends up giving some sort of half-assed apology because she's pressured into it.
Look, last night.
And with that alone, that's all we need to hear. We know from the start that that's not a genuine apology. Oh, I need to hear more of it. Oh, I wonder why.
Obviously involved all of you guys.
Wait, is she apologizing to the group and not to Joel? I mean, unhinged. All the experts did was talk to you about your behaviour towards Joel, and you think it's the group that needs your half-assed "I'm sozzy"? Oh, stick a fork in me. I'm done. But we jumped the gun, guys, because Juliette says that she was about to apologise to Joel. She's going to get to it. She has to work up to it. Give her a second, guys. She needs to hold back the vom in her mouth while she does it. Then Juliette says, I don't feel that much hatred towards you. I don't feel that much hatred towards you. What? Why do you feel any hatred? What did he do apart from be himself? I get that you don't like who he is, but hate? I mean, I don't hate you that much. What the fuck? Anyway, the apology is as empty as one served from Brooke, Beck, or Gia, and...
I don't accept your apology.
Spit in her face! He calls it insincere, because it is. Joel makes it sound like she's been shitting on him from day one, and I wish we got to see more of this story because it would have been great. This is what we want, MAFS. We don't need stuff that's too far. We want this. 2 Shillings scolds her for talking over the top of Rampola, very much like she's a naughty schoolgirl. Thankfully, Joel writes L-E-A-V-E, and Juliette says she is sorry, but she writes stay. What do you mean you want to stay? If this guy's that bad and you think he's a liar, then why would you write stay? It's crazy. If this guy certainly was here to just get fame and fortune, then he would definitely write stay. But he wrote leave. Juliette says she didn't realize how fucked her behavior was. Really? I should be like Tyson. Really? 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 And then she goes on with how she wants to make it up to him because she's seen glimmers of what they could be. The deluge runs deep with this one, and how nobody in her life has ever pulled her up on this behavior is wild to me. Because let's not pretend that this is a new thing with her. Clearly she's been pulling this shit since she could string a sentence together. Joel sucks it up and says, well, I guess we're here for another week because them's the rule of the science. So respect my boundaries of not shitting on me constantly, and I guess we'll be fine. Of which I don't really think it's a boundary. I think it's just like a common human given, right? And when asked if she could actually respect those boundaries, Deluju says, sorry, Sorry, could you repeat the boundaries? Actually, of course she wasn't listening. This is a waste of time to stay for another week. I don't see a redemption arc for this one, but I'm always happy to eat my words. Rah-ha-ha-ha-ha and float your boat are on the commit me couch, and the experts are noticing the coziness. But I still think the affection is coming from one side still. He might not be rejecting it as much, but I really can't see him evolving to a grown-up speed. The music is all airy and Rachel is so complimentary, but I am so worried that he's just not that invested. I really need you to put your thoughts about this relationship in the comments because we're just not seeing enough from these two so I can get a real gauge on where they're at. Anyway, it is a double stay. The gay boys are on the couch and they are talking about Crash Course and how it led to a pash. Now, they didn't do 3 minutes. They did just a standard pash length, apparently, whatever that may be. And you know what? I'm actually shocked that this hasn't progressed further physically. I'm not leaning into the whole stereotype that all gays are sex addicts, but I would have thought that maybe they've got week 3? Maybe they've got more than just a pash in them. But Sam says he hopes that they are together at the end of this. And I guess that says something. It's also a double stay. I would like to see more from them as well, but we do not have time because the Veneer twins are here. They venture to the couch and they talk about the friend lunch. You know, that one friend of Scott's who was being a dunce, and also the ex-girlfriend memes pop-ups and the delete refusal. Can I just say that the amount of SBAs that wrote Scotty just said no to begin with so he could back them up to a cloud. It made me laugh really hard. So thank you for that. But then it also made me really sad if he's actually done that, because that's really gross, Scotty. He is pressured on the couch and takes full ownership, which I guess is nice. Sometimes I feel like Scotty is genuine, and then there's a part of my brain that says, I don't know, because I'm so skeptical of everyone. He cries over meeting her daughter, and it all makes me think, is this real? I can't really lean into it because we know that MAFS is a trap. Anyway, it's also a double stay. Oh, and it's a double stay with extra My Gold Coast family designs. Oh, do you remember those My Family stickers? Oh, people were obsessed with them. The booty and the big fish are on the commit me couch, and Alyssa is raving about David. And it's a big booty but. She says there are some things that he just can't give her. So what could these things be? Because it seems like he is giving you the big fish. You know what I mean? And until now, the edit has not shown us anything less than pure, happy romance.
I feel like I'm missing that stimulation, that high frequency.
Oh, okay. Frequency. All right. So I guess she's listening to classic FM, but she wants more of the big booty hits and bangers. I wonder what she means by higher frequency, emotionally or intellectually? Or does she just mean louder? Does she just want him to be louder? David does point out that maybe in her past relationships, the guys have been louder and more chaotic and, he's not reactive. He's not bringing the drama. And maybe Beck was right all along. He didn't say the Beck part. But it does sound like Alyssa kind of wants him to be more toxic. Or is this a subtle way of her calling him boring? We really don't get to see much more of this chat on the couch. And I feel like there was actually heaps more. Is Beck still actively digging in Adelaide for Alyssa dirt? Maybe she'll find something. Anyway, it's a double stay. Oh, and because I said her name 3 times, just like Beetlejuice, she hath appeared. Baggage is on the couch with the Danaconda, and she has learnt some big lessons over the last week and is moving forward. There are a lot of emphatic statements when they're up there, and it all feels like a show still. Anyway, it's a double stay. Tai and his intolerably masked bride are on the couch, and before he even sits down, he throws some Riz at Rampola. Just giving a little bit of, Well, Rampola, today you actually look quite nice. Thank you for dressing feminine just for me. Well done, Tyson. This will definitely soften the blow for you. When asked about the week of tasks, Steph says it was interesting. Fence sitting again. And Tyson said they had a really good week.
Got her some flowers. I was feeling a bit cheeky and saw a set of flowers there, bought them.
Oh, it's so cheeky. He bought her flowers. It's so cheeky. Yeah, it's not really cheeky, is it? That's not really the word. I think it's another word that he doesn't have a full grasp on. He drops again that he is the gift that keeps on giving. The edit is telling us that Steph is holding back, playing her submissive role well. But Long John, oh no, gets her to open up. That's too mask. When you start telling your feelings, it's too mask. And when she does, Tyson hates it. Steph asks for some awareness around the words that he uses, and she starts to stick up for the lesbian friends and the gay boys in her life. She then drops what he said in the audition tape. Something along the lines of, you just keep your gay stuff behind the doors. I don't want, be gay over there. Don't be gay near me. Sam seems shocked by this comment, and I'm like, oh, you wouldn't be. You've heard him. You've met him. Like, you wouldn't be that shocked. Tyson clarifies that he isn't against gay people, but he feels the topic is pushed on him. Actually, he says pushed on us. When he says us, do you think he's talking for all the straights? Let me know in the comments if you're a straight and you think he's talking for you. Oh, there's too much of the gays. Imagine if you hated gays, but you come to the channel to watch me every episode. It would be odd. Tyson says because he comes from a traditional family, he's not comfortable with it. And which is it now, Ty? Are you cool with the gays or are you not comfortable? You know what I mean? Like, are you cool but not comfortable? Like, I don't understand. Because if you were cool, you'd be like, I'm comfortable with it. You know, I'm not gay. You know, I've got friends that are gay, but I'm not gay. I'm not gay myself. I'm not gay. Oh my God, this is such a dumb story that I just thought of. There was a guy when I worked in Alice Springs. It was my first radio job, and they used to do a radio show from a pub there called Bojangles. And there was a guy who used to work most nights of the week. They did this a live radio show at the pub. This is how batshit Alice Springs is. They used to do a live radio show at the pub most nights of the week. Actually, I think it might have been 7 days a week. Who knows why they did this? It's Alice Springs. But there was a guy there, and he was like the DJ most of the nights. And he would go and interview members in the crowd. And there was a guy who obviously thought like this guy, I think his name was DJ Dan, was hitting on him. And and the guy, and I think he thought that Dan was hitting on him. So the guy said, I'm gay, are you gay? And then Dan, he needed to shut that down. And he said, I'm not gay. And he had a really big booming voice. And I still think about that and laugh. I'm not gay. Okay, calm down, Dan. Like, just like Tyson, not all the gays want you.
Having awareness is not pushing anything on you.
But I'm aware though.
Oh, okay. So because you've heard, good work, Sam, but because you've heard of gays, Tyson, you're now aware and you want us to just go back in the shadows. Why can't people just live their life for fuck's sake? I don't understand. How does it affect anything that you do, Tyson? Sam says Tyson has minimal empathy. And once again, Tyson says, not that. Maybe like it came out wrong. You can't use that as an excuse for everything you fucking say. Oh, it just came out wrong. I didn't actually mean it. I thought that would be fine, actually, what I said, but now it's not. So I'm just going to say that it came out wrong. And Sam makes the same point that I made in the live show on Sunday night that seemed to really piss people off. Until there is equality for all minority groups, minorities are going to be vocal and seen. Sam calls Tyson an example of repression that still exists in the world, but MAGA Man says that he is just black and white in his life, but he still has a filter. Even though everyone's trying to make it seem like he doesn't have a filter, his beliefs are just different. And I guess that it saddens me that someone's belief is that certain people should be repressed, even though they're not hurting anyone else. Tyson starts to get more heated when the S word comes back up. What also comes up is his unconscious misogyny, but he wants to make it clear he likes gays. He has gay friends and he doesn't hate women. I'm not gay. Tyson proclaims that he is done with Steph and he wants out of the maze. He just wants to go back to the Gold Coast where he feels comfortable. Where are his people?
I'm done with this experiment.
Oh, and he's done because Steph is snobby and not a traditional wife. And the whole conversation has been blown out of proportion, apparently, which he seems to be placing all the blame on everyone else, but not himself. This guy hates taking accountability for anything. Steph turns around and says that she's the problem tonight because she opened her mouth.
I'm seriously just going to bounce.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not a bad person.
Okay. See you, mate. Sam tries to say to him that you have strong views, but all I'm trying to do is give you my strong views. And with that, the MAGA Man is done. Steph throws a and is comforted by 2 shillings. We don't even get to find out what he wrote on the parchment. Leave is my assumption, but you got to hold it up. You got to hold it up. You both got to have leave. Steph wasn't going to write stay, was she? Oh, God, I really want to see the parchments now. And even though it's breaking the rules of the science, I think that might be the last time we're going to see old mate. Actually, no, it's not the last time. He definitely comes back for the reunion. I know that for a fact. His friends told me. Wow, what a weird little commitment, but that is good because we can save our energy for the retreat, which is in the next episode. Hey, did you and I go all the way with another episode of Rehashed? If we did, I want you to put if you're staying or leaving the channel in the comments below. Maybe you're leaving right after this video. Maybe you're like, I'm done with this guy. I'm so done with him and his politics and he's pushing his gay agenda. I am done with this guy. If you're not done and you wrote stay, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which is like so close.